Welcome to another Solid Signal hands-on review. This time we're going to be taking a look at Genie. Genie is the new name for DIRECTV's HR34 DVR. The HR34 is DIRECTV's Super DVR, 5 tuners, 1 terabyte hard drive. This thing is awesome. Calling it Genie is just a little bit of marketing speak, and it's going to make it a lot more accessible to a lot more people. The HR34 works with the incredibly tiny C31 client, which is now going to be called the Genie client. Starting with the next software release, Genie DVRs and clients are going to have a special new feature. They call it Genie Recommends, and you get there by pressing Menu. Genie Recommends records shows that it thinks you'll like, so you don't have to. The cool thing is that it doesn't take up any space that's accessible to the user. How do they do that? The answer is that the HR34 Genie has got a huge hard drive in it, and there's so much space that it can actually record things in the background and not affect the amount of space available to the user. Let's see how it works. Press Menu to go to My DIRECTV, then arrow over to Genie Recommends and press Select. From there, you'll be taken to the Genie Recommends menu. Genie Recommends is off when you first get it. Once you turn it on, it stays on. If you don't like it, you can turn it off later. It takes a few hours for Genie to start populating for you, but when it does, it looks like this. Press Menu, and instead of You Might Like, you'll get Genie Recommends. See this little arrow at the lower right-hand corner? It means that it's not just those 4 shows for you, they've got about 32. Arrow over and then down to see the whole list. When you select a show from the list, you get this menu. The black arrow in the green circle means it's ready to play. Press play if you want, and you can watch the episode. It's already recorded for you. No muss, no fuss, no problem. At the end of the show, you'll have the option to set up a regular series link, which means it always records, to drop it from Genie, which means it never records, or to do nothing, which means it will keep recording for Genie, but won't guarantee that it will record it all the time. Another way to get to Genie is through the Search and Browse menu. There's a new option called TV Shows. Arrowing over to it and pressing Select brings up the Genie menu. When you've got a lot of Genie shows recorded, you can sort them through top 20, premieres, interest, show type, all sorts of stuff. This is also where you can turn Genie off if you decide you don't like it. Arrow down to Genie Settings and press Select. If you turn Genie Recommends off, it goes back to showing the You Might Like content that it's always showed before and that it shows on the HR34 DVRs. No big deal, and you can always turn it back on at any time. What if there's a show on your Genie list that you just don't like? When you select it, you can highlight Drop from Genie. You don't have to do this. Genie keeps watching your viewing preferences and is going to automatically drop shows that it doesn't think you're going to like. Sometimes a show just isn't for you though, and you want to get rid of it right away. Press Drop from Genie, confirm that you want to drop it, and that offending program is all gone. In our experience, Genie works best as a set it and forget it option. Let it start running, and a couple of days later it's going to fill its own list up with things that you might or might not want to watch. If you don't like something, don't watch it. Sooner or later something new is going to show up. Remember, Genie doesn't use up any of your recording space. It just sits there in the background. One day you'll look at your playlist, realize there's nothing you want to watch, press Menu and boom, there's a bunch of shows you didn't even know you had. We think Genie is going to be a big hit. Genie Recommends is a great feature, and the Genie DVR by itself is a solid piece of hardware. That concludes our review. Thanks again.